BODDAMN, and in this video I'm going to show you some great exercises to help relieve your shoulder pain. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris with the BODDAMN channel. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. So quickly today, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to relieve some of that shoulder pain. Because, you know, if you spend some time in the gym or you're chasing that awesome aesthetic body, you're going to get injured eventually. Everyone gets it. When you work out hard enough, shoulder pain, back pain, knee pain, it eventually comes for everybody, okay? But anyways, I'm going to give you these tips here in 1 second. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Lots of great BODDAMN content coming down this year and great workout tips, including full-blown workouts coming as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I'm going to film some other videos after this, I'm going to show you exactly my shoulder warm-up routine. You might be thinking, like, I don't care about a warm-up. The warm-up is so important to do. Any day that you do anything upper body, I want you to do this warm-up, okay? So basically, you're going to need a band. I like Spree Red Band, okay? It's called Spree, S-P-R-I. It's the red band. It's R-E-D, red. It's the color red. So what you want to do, the very first thing on this warm-up, I'm going to do it right now because I need to film some videos, right? Is you're going to put this thing at your elbow level. Very important, okay? So we're going to put this thing at elbow level. I'm going to be facing this way. I want a 90-degree angle right here, and I'm going to get a step this way until I feel a little bit of resistance, okay? That's where I want to start doing this closing, opening type movement. When I get some good resistance, right about here, I'm gonna grab it, and then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna go all the way up to 20 reps. But the key is to keep your elbow pinned into your body, all right? So that is really, really important. Like that, okay? Now, when you want to relieve shoulder pain, one of the most important things to do is to not lose range of motion, also known as ROM. It's been shown through studies that as few as 48 hours, the body will start decreasing ROM if you don't increase circulation of blood to the affected area. So the most important thing is to get circulation back into the area and to get things warmed up before you do anything upper body, all right? Because you'd be so surprised at how many muscles are affected just by the shoulder joint itself. Like, try doing curls or drag curls, and, you know, if you have shoulder pain, you'll feel it a little bit there too. And it's just a bicep exercise, right? It has nothing to do with shoulders, but, you know, your shoulders play a huge role in your body. In fact, I think it might be the most complex joint in the body, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am, but anyway. That's the very first thing. You want to do some closing movements like this. Everything is in line with my elbow, all right? Notice how the line is not up and it's not down. It's spitting perfectly in line with my elbow. So that is really, really important. Just like that. Now, the second thing that you want to do is you're going to want to step a little bit closer to the line at the same level, and then what you want to do is do some openings with the other arm, okay? Everything's glued in right here. I'm going to go all the way here and then pull it here, all right? No more than that. I'm doing 90-degree movements from here to right here. No more than 90 degrees. And this will definitely help build your rotator cuff as well, which will also, honestly, like, increase your bench strength progressively throughout time. Now, you don't have to go really, really, really heavy, but if you feel as if, like, it's a little too light, then you want to take a micro step away from where the cable is originating from, thus increasing the resistance. Now, you could do this with green Spree bands, blue Spree bands, and even the crazy gray one, but I like the red one because it gives the best resistance out of all of them. You can get these things for like 20 to like 24 bucks on Amazon Prime. Get yourself one. It's super important, especially if you have chronic shoulder pain or if you just want to get everything back to normal as much as you can. All right, I am flipping around right now and I'm going to do this side now, okay? So I'm going to do the closing movement, 90 degrees. Everything's in line with my shoulders here. I'm going to do 20 of those, all right? So there's 20. There's not 20, but there's about 10 right there. You get the point. Do 20 of those. I'm going to step a little bit closer. I'm going to grab it right here. I'm going to come from the closed position to the open position, and no more than 90 degrees. All right? And I'm going to do that. Now, one of the most important things to remember while you're doing this is to not have your wrist do the actual movement. Have the arm do the movement with a straight wrist. All right? So here's my wrist like this. It's really easy to do this movement and actually flick your wrist, which takes the emphasis off the rotator cuff itself. So you want to definitely, and it'll curl a little bit, but you really want to keep it as rigid as possible. And then you'll notice, like, man, there's actually some good stress going up in here. And that's because, yeah, it's working that joint. And you're getting blood in there. So with proper diet, proper sleep, And this thing on every single upper body day, you'll get your blood in there, and the nutrients and the minerals and everything that needs to go in that area to repair everything will start traveling in that area. That's the first thing you want to do. All right, so that's the first thing you're going to do. 20 open to closes. All right, then you're going to do 20 open or closes to opens. Right? You're going to flip around. Same hand, you're going to do open to closes. Then you're going to do closes to opens. And you pay attention to your wrist, make sure it's not doing that whole curling thing. All right, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your arms and you're going to put one of them like this, okay? That's very, very important. And then you're going to remember where the fist is, and you're going to put the line, all right, in line with the fist. So it's going to spit out from a location right about there. All right, so I already put it there. You're going to get your spree band. You're going to put your arm like that, all right? You're going to keep walking. And it's not going to go back behind, and it's not going to go like this, okay? But what you're going to do is you're going to get a decent amount of resistance on it, all right? And then you're going to do the open to closes. I guess that's what it's called. I guess there's not really a close or open here, but you're going to do this motion right here while keeping the elbow in a fixed position, all right? So the elbow is kind of staying in the same position, and now, if I'm thinking about it properly, I know that there's, you know, some good amount of stress right here, and it feels good. And, you know, definitely loosening it up. Definitely getting it loose. All right, so you're going to do 20 of those. Then you're going to flip around, and you're going to put it like this, all right? And I have a decent amount of resistance. I know from the angle of the camera, it looks like it's going higher, but trust me, it's not. It's totally in line with it. So then I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do 20 of those. Very, very important. And I'm going to try as hard as I can to keep my elbow in the same line. All right, I don't want this elbow to go like this, and I don't want the elbow to be way back here going like that. I want it to be nice in line with my body. If you're looking at my body from the side, you would see a straight line right here. That is very important. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to face the cable. You're going to get your hand in a fist, perfectly like that. You're going to come up to it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do these. Now these are a little bit tougher to keep your elbow in line, but you're going to try as hard as you can, all right? Like that. 20 of those. You're going to hop it over your head, and then 20 on this side right here, all right? And you're really going to try hard not to curl the wrist back. Keep your arm straight and have the stress on the rotator cuff itself. So that one does take some practice, so, you know, see what you can do. All right, the next thing to relieve shoulder pain are definitely arm swings. Very important, but not just swinging arms like this. I'm talking swinging your entire shoulder joint up and back, up and back. So up, back, up, back. I really want to get my shoulders involved with this swing. This is really important. So 20 of these. And this shoulder warm-up, which I really call shoulder therapy, because I really started doing it probably 2 to 3 years ago when I had a shoulder injury. It was a overhead press that was done on a cold day with barely any warming up, and yeah, it got to me, man. You know, a lot of times, you know, we don't make all the best decisions in the world, you know, but people make mistakes, and I certainly made mine. And I remember that's just what did it right there. So, you know, I researched a bunch of stuff, band therapy, all kinds of stuff, and I merged a bunch of things together to show you basically these things on how to relieve some of your shoulder pain. So arm swings, 20 of them, okay? So make sure that your shoulder, really your shoulder joint, and that all the meat of the shoulder is traveling up and back and up and back. If you do it correctly, you know, if you're looking in a mirror, there should be some bunching up back here when you swing back. So up, back, it'll feel nice. All right, so now 20 arm swings with a cross, okay? So we're cross here, and I'm gonna try to hit my hand behind me, and then I'm gonna do a reverse cross. So the cross was here before, now it's gonna be like this, okay? I'm gonna hit my hand like that, clap, cross, and I'm really trying to swing my shoulders, okay? Not just my arms, but my entire shoulder joint and everything with it around. So very, very important. Not too bad, right? Feels good too. Okay, now, so if you really want to supercharge, you know, the amount of blood that's in that area, you really want to get it super, super warm, I suggest doing this. So you get your spree band, which looks like this. You're gonna pull it off, whatever it is on, and you're gonna grab it in your hands like this. All right, so you wanna get about, 18 inches, maybe more, a good amount of resistance. So something like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loop it on my hands, and I'm gonna grab it again, all right, like that. So there's no slack like flying around everywhere. All right, and then what we're gonna do is some basic stuff. We're just gonna basically do rear flies, right? And we're gonna go like that. We're gonna squeeze the back of the shoulders like this. We're gonna keep everything in line, all right? You don't wanna go like this and down or this way and up. Keep it in line and hit it like that, all right? So come all the way to the front and then squeeze those shoulders coming back like that, all right? So that's really important, 20 of those. And then for the final thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna get this thing back into high position. All right, so I'm gonna put it around this bar, and there's like a bazillion places you can do this in the gym. Just, find a bar that has, find a spree band that has in a bar, and that's basically all you need. All right, so the last thing I want you guys to do is basically you have it in a high position, and this is one of the easiest ways to relieve some shoulder pain as well. But I want you to do everything that I showed you, all right? But one of the ones that you want to do here is just grab it at the base right here. I don't like to grab this thing particularly. I like to grab the actual rope. And I'm going to just do this. All right, I'm going to start about 12 inches ahead of a pocket level. And I'm going to bring it back about 12 inches with a pocket level, but not using my back. I'm going to really try to use my shoulders to get it back there. Now this is good because sometimes you might notice if you have shoulder pain and you get into a car and you want to go grab something behind and it starts like hurting, like a mofo, or you like to put your seatbelt on and you realize, man, that hurts too. This thing really helps with that. So basically an inch, all right, 12 inches away from or a foot away from your pocket, and then bring it back a foot away from your pocket behind, all right? So like this. Pretty cool, huh? There you go. And if you don't get enough resistance, travel backwards a little bit and really try to get that shoulder to do the pulling back there. Switch your hands after 20 of those, and you'll know your affected shoulder because it'll be a little bit harder. But again, we're putting blood in the shoulder region just by doing this. So with proper sleep and proper nutrition, should be able to whittle down your shoulder pain quite significantly within about 2 weeks or so. Yeah, you definitely do not want to lose ROM, or range of motion. So important to keep doing this stuff before any upper body workout, all right? It's so important. So the last thing I want to leave with you guys is no matter what exercise you pick as your first shoulder exercise, all right? I want you to basically do a very, very big warm-up, okay? So I do a Kai Green warm-up, and it's 40 reps, 30 reps, 20 reps. So if my first exercise is, let's say, standing shoulder press, right? Then I would get something really light, like this, and I would do 40 reps. And then I would wait about 1 or 2 minutes. I would get something a little bit heavier. I would do 30 reps. Then I will do 20 reps after waiting about 2 more minutes. And that's what's called 40, 30, 20. And then I get into an actual working set for my shoulders, all right? And I do this with pretty much every muscle, whether it's back day, chest day, or whatever. The very first thing that I do, the very first exercise of the day, outside of the warm-up and everything, will be a 40, 30, 20, all right? And you don't have to, it's not a time to show off, it's a time to get that much more warmed up and start adding weight to the mix, okay? Because as you saw, the very first thing that we were doing were resistance bands. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the content. It'd be one thing if I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but trust me, I've had shoulder pain. I've gone through the mix. I've had shoulder injuries. I have gone flying off a snowboard at Angel Fire, New Mexico. I've been snowmobile down a mountain, destroyed ligaments, everything. I've had it all. Not to mention getting my, shoulder and socket, whatever, pulled out during wakeboarding and everything. I've had my mix, all right? And this is honestly the best routine and the best thing that I can tell you guys is when it comes to relieving shoulder pain, is that you're gonna have to do some active type resistance band training, and you're going to have to understand certain theory, like, you know, angles and things like that. So I hope I explained it well here. If you have any questions, please leave it down below. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next BODDAMN video. Take it easy. Goodbye!